What's up, guys, and welcome back to our Clone Wars Chronological Rewatch. Today we are finishing the Water War arc with the episode Prisoners, and I liked this arc. I liked it a lot more than I remembered it.
I just thought it was okay. There's a lot of fighting and not a ton of story, but important for the Mon Cala people.
Yes, you are correct. Every episode was like, this is a lot of fighting, and that leaves us with not as much to talk about. But I really did like Lee-Char's story. I liked in Gungan Attack, that kind of eagles are coming moment. That made me feel a lot more than I recalled. And the same with this one. Like, just Lee-Char rising to the occasion and fully becoming the king. And this episode's message of crowns are inherited, kingdoms are earned. I thought that was a great one, where, yeah, his father was the king, but that doesn't mean everyone on the planet is automatically going to just respect you.
Yeah. Makes me think of Joffrey.
Yeah, that's a very, any man who has to say or shout that he is king is no king. No, you have to earn that respect. And Lee-Char does that by rallying not only his people, but the Quarren, who they've always kind of been at odds with, but he comes around and he gets both sides to stand up and fight against, specifically Riff Tamsin.
Yeah, and he never lost hope in the Quarren people, even when they were, arguing and trying to separate themselves.
Yeah, and that was even kind of built up in the previous episode. And not only was the message good, but there were a lot of fun little Easter eggs, connections in this one. A lot of Spielberg stuff going on that I liked.
Yeah, I didn't catch them at all, but he did.
When Kit Fisto sees the eels, and he's like, eels, very dangerous. That is a reference to asps, very dangerous in Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I loved that. And then, of course, Riff Tamsin goes out very similarly to Jaws in the movie Jaws.
Those little,
knife bombs?
Knife bombs. I was like, whoa, we're blowing up people now.
Welcome to season 4 of the Clone Wars. It does continue to just get more and more violent. It's growing up with its audience for sure.
Yeah. So he knife bombs a couple of people, and then Lee-Char gets a hold of one.
Yeah, and I think he just throws it into Riff.
Throws it and then eventually shoots it, kind of like the, what was it, gas tank or...
Yeah, the oxygen tank.
Oxygen tank in Jaws. So that was pretty cool. But then, yeah, you see his, head...
It's grim.
Fall down.
But it's all Jaws homage, so it's fine.
It's fine.
But while Lee-Char and Ahsoka are kind of doing their whole thing, we also have Anakin, Padme, Jar Jar, and Kit Fisto are trapped this whole time. I did want to point out Jar Jar's big shining moment of Padme has a crack in her helmet and it's leaking. And Anakin is freaking out and doesn't know what to do. And Jar Jar's like, I have an idea.
Well, first they use the Force to create an air bubble around her helmet, which I thought was really cool. But I was like, they did that in Harry Potter.
Yeah, that little bubble spell.
Yeah.
They do that, but then they get electrocuted and they can't hold the focus. And Jar Jar's like, hey, I can solve this problem. And he spits on her helmet, but it's Gungan waterproofing. And I was like, just listen to Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Everyone writes him off so quickly. And I have super come around on Jar Jar in the past few years, I will admit. But I'm on board with everybody listen to Jar Jar now. He has ideas.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is the end of the Water War arc. We were going to go back to Mon Cala in the Clone Wars in season 7 or 8. They had a planned return that we never got to see. So that's kind of a bummer. But I did want to point out, like I did last time, that there was a really fun connection to future Mon Cala stories, the comics. Lee-Char returns after being imprisoned for a long time, And with his like dying breaths, he inspires his people to rise up and fight against the Empire. And Lee-Char has a line in this episode where it's like, as long as I live, I will inspire the people of Mon Cala to live to fight another day. And I did not remember any of that stuff. And I just wanted to say, like, kudos to, I think, Jason Aaron, who had the Star Wars run at that point, to really like study the character of Lee-Char and insert that into the comics. Like, very well done.
Yeah, that's such a great pull that honestly they could continue to do for years to come with the amount of characters from the Clone Wars. But yeah, to take someone from like a little 3-arc a 3-episode arc from the Clone Wars and then continue his story in the comics is just super cool.
Well done. Do you have anything else to say about this episode or arc?
I don't think so.
Me neither.
I'm ready to move on.
I don't even remember what the next arc is. So stay tuned and be surprised with us, because we'll cover it next time. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.